Hello friends, I am Dr. Manish Jagpal. I am fifth generation in medical profession. And today I want to share a little bit about my homeopathic journey. I feel very lucky that I have been exposed to almost every kind of system possible in homeopathy. I've been lucky to learn from all the stalwarts like Dr. Sehgal, Dr. Vijayakar, Dr. Gandhi's PEM method, Dr. Sunirmal Sarkar's therapeutics, and also Dr. Sankaran's sensation method. And the mission of my life has always been to integrate all these methodologies. To share about this, I would like to start with a small case. That's the case of very beginning of my practice. It's a case of 5-year-old girl. She was brought to my clinic by her family members. She was screaming, howling loudly with pain. And it was very tough to, control her as nobody was able to control her. And it was very hard to bring her into my cabin. And I could observe this sitting in my cabin that this scenario is happening outside. I could see that she was pressing her hands between her legs and she was in a lot of pain. So I asked, what happened? And her mother replied that she has not urinated since last 2.5 days. And now the pressure is built up. She has drank a lot of water and her bladder is full, but she cannot urinate. She is in pain. And actually what happened was she went to urinate in the washroom and she saw, when she was about to pee, just about to pee, she saw a lizard eating a cockroach just in front of her eyes and she got scared, highly scared. And she ran out of the bathroom screaming and howling in fear. And since that day, she has not passed a single drop of urine. And now the situation has become very painful. As you can see, with whatever knowledge we have of keynotes and rubrics, I used Phatak repertory and I saw this very interesting rubric that urination is retained after fright. And as she was a very restless child, I gave her aconite. And to my surprise, within half an hour, her family reported. They were neighbors only. So mother came and told that, thank you, doctor, she has passed urine and she's relaxed now. She's playing and she's out of this grave condition. So to understand further about this case, what I want to share with all of you is that with this small case, which is very old, we can still understand what is sensation. Sensation is something that is beyond body and mind. Experience that is felt both in body and mind and in other areas like fears, dreams, delusions. But it is also beyond time. To understand it further, we can see that how in this journey of sensation, we started to understand patient through different levels. Let us put this case in that aspect, that what is going on here is the name of the problem is retention of urine. And what is happening is there is pain in sphincter, the sphincter is in spasm, The bladder is full, these are fats. And the feeling is that the kid is very frightened. And out of this scenario, what she saw, a lizard eating a cockroach, now everything around her has become frightening. And the whole sensation is that she is in a shock. Her bladder and the nerves that are controlling the urinary system are in a kind of benumbed paralytic state. And we can understand that, kingdom differentiation has become so easy that if problem is there inside me, it's a kind of mineral kingdom. If some happening outside is affecting me, it's a plant kingdom. And if somebody, some person, a particular person is trying to do something to me, that's an animal kingdom. So we can see here a happening affected the child and it's a plant kingdom. So a very simple case can be, taken into a lot much more detail and understood through this synergy of genius, symptoms and system also. We can see that in system, this remedy belongs to Ranunculus family and it is exhibiting the whole features of that family, that morbidly sensitive and then becoming paralytically numb. And so is her expression that has become expressive of fear, and there is a lot of restlessness in mind and body as well. And the pain is driving her crazy. Even taking this understanding one step further, we can see how 5 fingers can make us understand even more deeper the superclass. We'll talk about this superclass just in a while. But the kingdom, the sub-kingdom, Ranunculus, plant kingdom, and the miasm is acute. The characteristics, the restlessness, the paresis of nerves after fright. So what we are seeing is, we can go to a remedy through one keynote also, but when these 5 fingers are pointing towards the same thing, the surety in prescription, the surety in result, that becomes just perfect. It's 5 times more surety. And talking about superclass, what is superclass? Is nothing, just the 6 types of perceptions, the 6 categories of sensations. As we talked, what is sensation? A global experience that's beyond body and mind and time. And what we saw, that the sensations, not only through plants but also minerals and animals, can be categorized into main 6 types. And what are these main 6 types? A withdrawing, coming out and going in back again, or making a boundary, or a do not disturb position in superclass 4. And you can see this superclass 5, the man running out of the window because it's becoming too suffocating. And the last 6th is violence, attack and defense. So we can see that when we categorize the things like that, we know our remedy is talking about earning money, becoming stable, just going towards, if I'm having pain, I just want nobody to disturb me. We can understand this is superclass 4. And when we know that we have to look in that particular classification, like if we are trying to look in the whole globe, we will not find anything. But when we know that we have to look for this particular restaurant in this particular city only, or this particular state only, things become easy. So when we see the whole materia medica, all the remedies, we are able to categorize them in a particular superclass, which are of course based on the sensation. This withdrawal, clinging, open, shut, limit, expand, stability, security, restlessness, must get out, and violence, and all are just the sensations, and they have been beautifully categorized now. And this categorization, when you know your patient is, I'm getting too much suffocated here and I want to get out from here, it's a nitrogen like experience. We know that we have to look in fifth superclass only, and rest of the things, they get chopped out. Your choice becomes easy. You know you have to look at a cephalopod or a spider or insect or a nitrogen. And you can see this whole sensation system that we have learned from beginning, from delusion to synergy to sensation, and now superclass again. It's helping us a lot in our practice to understand our remedies better, our materia medica better. Now we understand how cactus belongs to that superclass 3, limit and expand, that clasped and unclasped, which is there in the keynote also, but also there in the sensation, the global experience of the remedy. We can understand how insects, they feel claustrophobic and they just want to get out, the suffocation that is experienced by insect patients is coming from because they belong to this particular category. And so you can understand how Stramonium, belladonna and arnica, the violence that they feel, the attack that they feel. So this, my friends, has been the journey from keynotes, delusion, sensation to superclass, and it's been a beautiful journey. It has helped us understand our patients, our remedies, our repertory. The whole homeopathy has become easier to understand. And I believe this sensation system will make life of every homeopath easier, especially when we add the classification of superclass to it. Thank you so much, everyone.